The code did not work. Clara typed it again. 4471. Beep. Error. Her phone showed 2%. The rain was getting stronger. Her suitcase was heavy. And for the first time since she arrived in this new country, Clara had only one choice: ask a stranger for help. In English. Clara arrived in the city that morning. New country, new apartment, new start. She was excited and a little nervous. This was her first day in a new city. Everything felt different. The streets, the sounds, even the air. Back home, she had a job, a routine, and a language that came easily. But something was missing. Clara wanted a new life. So she packed one suitcase, said goodbye to her family, and got on a plane. So she packed one suitcase, said goodbye to her family, and got on a plane. Her landlord had sent her a message with the door code. She read it 3 times on the plane. Easy, she thought. I can do this. She reached into her bag for her key. She would need it once she was inside. But standing in the rain, with a heavy suitcase, and a phone that was almost dead, it did not feel easy at all. She found the building, but the entrance looked different from the photo online. For a second, she wasn't sure this was the right place. Clara checked her phone again. The message was still there. Code 4471. She typed it carefully. 4471. Beep. Error.
No,
She tried
please,
again,
just work.
slower this time. Beep. Error. No, she whispered. Please, not now. She called her landlord. It rang and rang. You have reached Mr. Carter. Please leave a message. Clara took a breath. Hi, Mr. Carter. This is Clara. I'm outside the building. The code is not working. Could you call me back, please? She hung up. The rain was heavier now. Her suitcase felt heavier, too. 1% battery. A man walked by with an umbrella. Excuse me, could you help me, please? Clara asked. But he didn't stop. He didn't even look up. Clara stood there, alone, in the rain. She looked at the door, then at her phone, then at the street. For a moment, she wanted to cry. Not because of the rain, not because of the suitcase, but because everything felt new. Too new. Too fast. Too much. Then Clara looked up, and that's when she saw it. A light on the second floor. Someone was home. Clara looked at the door with the light. Then she looked at her suitcase. Then at the door again. I need some help, she said to herself.
I can
do this. She walked up the steps and knocked. Once. Twice. The door opened. A woman stood there, maybe 60 years old, with kind eyes and a cup of tea in her hand. Yes? Can I help you? Clara's mind went blank for a second. The English words were there, somewhere, but they felt far away. For a second, she almost answered in Portuguese, but that wouldn't help. Not here.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm new here, Clara said. The code. It's not working. The woman tilted her head. Sorry, what was that? Clara felt her face get warm. She wanted to turn around and leave. She wanted to say, never mind. She wanted to disappear for just 1 minute. But she didn't. Instead, she took a breath. Could you repeat that, please? Clara asked.
Could you say that again?
But really, she meant it for herself. 1 more second to think. 1 more second to breathe. one more second to find the words. "Of course," the woman said gently. "I asked, which apartment are you looking for?" "Oh." Clara almost smiled. "Apartment 4B. I just moved in today." The woman's face changed. 4B? Oh, I think I know what happened. She reached for her own phone. "The landlord changed that code last week. Did he send you a message?" Clara's heart jumped. "Yes, he sent me a code. 4471. The woman smiled. "That's the old code, sweetheart. Here, the new one is 8823. Clara looked at her phone, then at the door, then back at the woman. I think I made a mistake," Clara said slowly. "I read the wrong message." "Happens to everyone," the woman said. "First day in a new country is never easy." She said it gently. Not like Clara was silly, not like Clara was a problem. Like Clara was simply human. Clara felt something loosen in her chest. Relief, maybe. Or just the feeling of being understood. "Come on," the woman said. "Let's try it." They walked down together, the woman holding an umbrella over both of them. Clara stood in front of the door again. This time, her hands were still a little cold, but they were not shaking so much. She typed the numbers. 8, 8, 2, 3. A small green light appeared. A click. The door opened. Clara stood in the doorway for a second, almost surprised it worked. "Thank you," she said, and this time the words came out clear and warm. "Thank you for your patience." "You're very welcome," the woman said. "I'm Grace, by the way. Apartment 2C, right above the mailboxes. I'm Clara. Apartment 4B. She smiled, a real smile now. "Sorry about the confusion." "No need to be sorry," Grace said. "You're new here. That's exactly why we have neighbors." Clara watched Grace walk back to her own door. For a moment, she just stood there. The hallway was quiet. The rain was still falling outside. But something felt different now. The city did not feel friendly yet. Not completely. But it felt less impossible. Inside her new apartment, the bags were still on the floor. The rooms were empty. There was no sofa, no table, no familiar smell. Only white walls, a suitcase, and the sound of rain against the window. Clara sat down on the floor for a moment. She looked at her phone. 0%. The screen was dark. She laughed quietly. "That makes sense now," she said to the empty room. Not just about the code, about all of it. She came to this city to build a new life. And tonight, without planning it, she had her first real conversation in English. A hard one, a clumsy one, but a real one. She did not speak perfect English that night, but she spoke. And sometimes, that is the real beginning. Clara opened her suitcase. The first thing she unpacked was a small photo of her family. She placed it on the empty shelf. Then she plugged in her phone charger and waited. A few seconds later, the screen lit up again. One new message was waiting. It was from her mother, back home. "Did you arrive safe?" Clara looked around the empty apartment. The wet coat on the floor, the suitcase by the door, the photo on the shelf, the new city outside the window. Then she smiled and typed back, "Yes, first day, first problem, first neighbor. I'm okay." And for the first time since she landed, she believed it completely. Listen, then repeat. "I need some help, please. I'm new here. Could you repeat that, please? I think I made a mistake." Thank you for your patience. Let's say them again, slowly. I need some help, please. Use this when you don't know what to do and you need another person. I'm new here. Use this when you arrive in a new place and you want people to understand your situation. Could you repeat that, please? This is one of the most useful phrases in English. You can use it at work, at the airport, in a store, or with a neighbor. I think I made a mistake. This is simple, honest, and very natural. And finally, thank you for your patience. This is a beautiful phrase. It sounds polite, warm, and mature. Try saying one of these phrases out loud right now. Great job. These 5 phrases can help you almost anywhere. At home, at work, at the airport, in a new apartment, or in a new city, just like Clara. If this story helped you, subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, because it helps more English learners find stories like this. And turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next episode with Clara. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever had to ask for help in another language? Write Clara and your English level. For example, Clara A2. And if you want to study English with me in a complete step-by-step training, check the pinned comment. I left the link there for my complete English training. Thank you for watching. And remember, you don't need perfect English to start. You need one real sentence and the courage to use it.